Welcome back to the Floor 9 podcast. We're going to cut right to the chase. Right now we have the Suffolk Senator, JD. He's going to say hello right now and give a brief talk about himself.
What's up, guys? My name is JD Conti. I am a newly elected class senator for the class of 2023. Really get what the hell, Wally?
Oh yeah, we got a messed up AC unit. He's Wally on life support.
We're gonna apologize for Wally and my sickness in advance.
R.I.P. to Wally, the AC.
We also got Lucas here. Lucas, say hi to the crowd.
What is good, my people?
So today we're going to be interviewing JD, talking about how he got elected, his political point of views on Suffolk, and what he wants to change in some of his major campaigns. So right now, JD, just give us a quick idea. What do you want to do with Suffolk?
So when I was running, the things that were on my posters and I was posting everything, I really want to push through this arming SUPD thing that's going on. For people that don't know, arming SUPD has been going on for 3 years in SGA.
Stop interrupting our senator.
That's the interrupting. Like, if I hit this thing, that's how you get interrupted. But basically, I'm saying this. So you say arming SUPD, but you mean arm them with firearms, or do you want them with tasers? Like, what's your
firearms?
Firearms. So you feel like that could really help we haven't had that much trouble yet. We have a pretty good security squad, but do you really think that's going to make a huge difference and give that extra insurance?
Well, I think it'll give students a lot of reassurance because we do live in the downtown Boston, as you know.
Commons can be scary. Yes.
Have you ever walked past Park Street any time past sundown?
Yes.
Have you ever walked through the Common? But about 2/3 of schools in Boston have an armed police force, and the fact that we're the most downtown school and we don't have armed police officers is just silly to me.
I agree with you that it's silly, but the thing is how to push for that. How can you make that happen? Do you know any steps you can take to strive to get that goal? By the way, JD is on life support as well, but he came here even though he's semi on life support, so we highly appreciate him coming through for us.
So, Zach, what happened last year was the Student Government Association actually passed a resolution 23-11 in favor of arming SUPD, and currently the Board of Trustees is going over that resolution, and there could be a vote early on it as early as next month, and that resolution was passed after a poll was conducted throughout the student body and it was about 54%, I believe, said were in favor of arming SUPD.
But do you think it will get passed? Do you think that the higher ups will make it pass, or do you think it's one of those things that's always going to be people want it to happen, but it's not going to happen?
I think we really need to keep pushing. They say it might be a vote next month, but I honestly can't tell you what's going to happen. It could go a million different ways.
So, we're going to switch topics right now because I feel like if we go down this path, we're going to be saying what ifs a lot. So, another thing we saw is you're a huge Red Sox fan. Is that correct?
Sox good.
So, do you feel like in the future you're going to try to influence the school more towards Red Sox and have more Red Sox events? Or are you going to be more just focus on, like you said, arming SUPD and doing the stuff to bigger school?
Well, I'm on the Student Affairs Committee, and we're responsible for organizing a lot of student events and stuff like that. We've got some great stuff planned out for this year, by the way, so stay tuned for that. And in terms of Red Sox student life and involvement, they already got a ton of tickets every year for us, which is great. And would it be nice to get more? Yeah, but they're already doing a great job with that. So
speaking about
the season is over.
Yes, I know, Lucas. I'm not watching postseason baseball right now.
Wait, speaking of great events, what happened with the Post Malone tickets? They got sold out so fast.
That's beyond my jurisdiction. I showed up at 10:40. They go on 12:15.
Bullcrap.
Wally's like, this is garbage.
Wally just said, bruh.
JD showed up an hour and a half early to buy tickets. They were already sold out. An hour and a half before they go down.
Hour and a half, and it was sold out. I looked on the student government Instagram page, and I saw there was a line. I was like, okay, that's not that bad. I look at the time; it was 2 hours before they went on sale.
There was a girl there at 7 in the morning.
Was she in the front?
Waited.
She was there. I'm gonna assume so.
Did she get them?
Yeah, basically what my friend told me was they went to everyone that was lined and said, okay, how many tickets are you going to buy? And they basically figured out, all right, we're sold out. So when people started showing up, they were like...
Dude, the thing is, though, I feel like they should have done some type of, yes, you're right, she waited in line, she earned them and everything, but there was so little amount and so many Suffolk students, maybe a raffle to get some money up so they can fund it, or find, another way, but, that's a lot. That was not that many tickets, and it was a pain. I personally love Post Malone. I'm thinking about going to the concert, but I'll just be in the mosh pit or something. But still, that was it really hurt my heart seeing that dream of being in the suite watching Post Malone.
Yeah, that was disappointing for me as well.
For those of you interested in going, I just pulled up Game Time as a ticket app, and you can go for $78 minimum.
Sponsorship.
That was an unpaid sponsorship. Why are you recording me? He's doing it for his Snapchat story. He's a senator.
He's gotta get that cloud. He gotta get
All right.
everything going.
I want to talk about the Red Sox.
Okay, we can talk about the Red
You
Sox.
want to talk about him?
Yes, I do. I can do this.
You
How
can
do you
do-
feel? This is my only question. I know they good season. Too bad they didn't make the playoffs. Anybody but the Yankees. That's all, right?
Yep,
That's all we
absolutely.
care about. Anybody but the Yankees.
Anybody but the.
But how do you feel about Brock Holt leaving?
He's not. He can't leave. I will cry if Brock Holt leaves this
But-
organization.
The chances of him leaving is enhancing more and more and more. So do you feel that it will be for the better? Maybe we can get maybe someone could replace him, or maybe we can get a young star rookie. But do you feel that he's irreplaceable with the team lineup right now?
I feel he's irreplaceable, but not in terms of the lineup. In terms of what he brings to the team. He's the Jimmy Funds big guy. He's the clubhouse guy. Everybody loves him. After his quote-unquote last game, he was handing out all of his bats to kids on Lansdowne Street. It was amazing. And I think no matter what happens, he leaves, he stays, he's always going to be that guy for the Red Sox and for the community.
Do you picture anyone else coming to the Red Sox this year, thinking in general, coming and changing the team up? For example, a couple years ago, this is an old reference, but we got David Price, and he was supposed to be a huge thing, but he did not. He's okay, but he didn't live up to how much we paid him, $1 million a game. Do you think anyone will join us and make a huge difference?
I really don't think there's going to be any other unless we somehow keep Mookie Betts and JD Martinez and Jackie Bradley Jr. I don't think there's going to be any huge names coming in from outside the organization this offseason.
That's a thing. That's the sad truth behind it, except for the Patriots, is that after you win a championship, most teams kind of lose a drive, I feel. They kind of don't, because they already won. They don't care winning back-to-back. They got the ring that year. They got the trophy. So why, that's the thing. They lose motivation. And especially, right now, they lost a ton of motivation considering the season ended and how they knew they weren't going to make the playoffs. They didn't play the hearts out. But like I said, Brock Holt, he still was a great guy. He really came through, in my opinion, that season. But still.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily losing motivation. They just sucked. Their bullpen was awful.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
They lost
the
David
worst-
Price. They lost Chris Sale. Who else?
Porcello was not
an
well.
ass.
Porcello was, not doing well. Sale was injured for almost half the season.
Who do you think, I don't want to say win the World Series, but who do you think is going to be a big contender in the playoff?
Astros.
Astros?
Honestly, I'd be okay with another Astros-Dodgers rematch.
Yeah.
I want the Dodgers, though. I don't want the Astros to win. I'm more of a Dodgers fan, personally.
I wanted the Brewers, but then they decided to lose in the wild
Yeah,
card
they.
game. So
Was it a walk-off home run? No.
Well, the Brewers lost Yelich, right?
yeah, they lost the
That was that man was
Pissed me off.
a close MVP. If he didn't get injured, he would have kept going with Alonso for the friggin' home run title.
Yeah.
Holy hell!
Ah,
53 home runs in his rookie season.
53.
He was MVP last year, and it was really sad to see him go this season.
Yeah. We were supposed to be interviewing JD, but now we always get sidetracked in the Red Sox.
It's okay.
Boston.
Boston, Illinois. Okay, if we're talking about Red Sox, we got to talk about other sports. What do you think about the game this weekend on the Patriots? Because this is going to be out after the game, so what do you guys think your predictions are?
It's going to be a blowout. It's the Patriots are going to roll into
Yes,
Washington.
Patriots will just crush them.
They're just going to roll it over.
Their one Super Bowl team is crippled now.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins is going to get coming. Bill Belichick's going to make him look like an idiot, like he does all rookie quarterbacks.
I just think right now.
Maybe rip.
Hey, like I said, the last podcast, he's going back to school. At least he made a good life decision, even though he made a lot of shitty ones. But we're gonna go back to another question. JD, what do you call it? Do you believe that you're stuck with your hand that's dealt as a senator, or can you make a big difference even though you're only one vote on the board?
What?
So you know how you're senator, and
Yes.
there's other senators. You all have to vote together.
Yes.
Do you think you can make a difference as one vote? You think that one vote makes a difference in your situation?
I think with all the things that we're going to be dealing with this year, that one vote really...
What are the things you're going to be dealing with this year?
Well, I mean, obviously, who knows what's going to come around with the whole gun
You're
thing.
growing a beard out. That's nice.
How is that relevant?
I tried growing it out, but like my chin strap doesn't connect to my mustache, so I tried going to a goatee, and it's like not there.
See, I just get the mustache. I get the Latino mustache, and that's it.
Oh,
And a little
yeah.
soul patch. But continue with your one vote.
I mean, most things that I've gone to 4 SGA meetings, and most of the things, bro, that's like I just
Once
started.
a week?
Once a week.
Twice a week?
Once a week.
Once a
Thursdays from 12.
Thursday.
Wait,
12:15
but
to
you said
1:30
you've been
in
to
the pub.
4, but you only been official for 2?
Yeah, because we have to go to them. If you
We should
Oh.
go to one of his meetings one day. He said that
The public.
in case anybody didn't know, SGA meetings are open to the student body, and there is a section of the meeting at the end, open forum. It's where students can come and voice their concerns to the Senate, and I really think people should take advantage of that. A lot of people don't know it exists.
Has anyone recently done that and brought up a topic
Yeah.
that you weren't surprising? Is that public or not public? That topic. Like, can you tell us what that
I don't remember
topic
the
is?
specific topic it was, but I think it was something that definitely did spur meetings.
Like rattle the cage for the Senate. Is kind of what
rattle
it's
the
on.
cage, whatever you want to call it. It was definitely spurring conversation.
Now that it's been like you've seen your other senators, you're good friends with a couple of them, and like, do you think that your class is a passive group? Like, are they more like conservative, or you think they're more for change? They want to see a difference. They want to like change the school up, make like who knows what would happen.
Well, I'll tell you, we had our student government retreat last weekend, and we were practicing writing resolutions. And right off the bat, we broke off into the 4 classes, and in class 23, we were banging out resolutions like crazy.
What was the
And, like,
biggest one that stuck with you?
Basically, everyone was trying to push all this environmental sustainability stuff, especially in the class 2023. There's a bunch of things that should be coming around in the next couple weeks. Stay tuned for.
Ooh, you want? All right, this is gonna be one of those moonwalk segments, real quick. That's a little side story. So I saw a story on Snapchat, and it's actually funny because I believe it was Henry Ford that did this as well. They made a car completely out of cannabis and uses cannabis fuel. And
Oh, I
it's-
saw some biodegradable
Yes.
car on Instagram. What is this?
And the thing is, though, the cannabis car is more fuel efficient than, not like fuel, like eco-friendly than an electric car. That's what they were claiming, by the way. I don't have like hard statistics to back me up. But I was wondering, I was looking at it, and he actually, Henry Ford as well as some other big major guy, he made it as well, and that's what inspired him to make the cannabis car. And I'm going to say it looks amazing. Like, you can't tell the difference. And the funny thing about it is it's more dent proof and impact proof than cars today in steel, because how they do it. But that's the side story of the day, the cannabis car in the dream. So
Is that
who
a
knows?
special segment?
Yeah,
Side
we have
story of the day.
usually we have moonwalk at the end, but that like it just fit in perfectly. So
You need to have like a little jingle to introduce your own segment.
the moonwalk segment, we should have Andre yelling Ukraine stuff.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
Andre originally was supposed to be doing the moonwalk segment, but right now he's what do you call it, like rotation stuff. He's gonna be here on soon, hopefully. But for now, I got the moonwalk segment with Lucas and now JD for this show. It's going pretty well. But so you were saying how they really want to push for environmental change. What do you mean? Like, what do they want to do to change that can make the school more environmental? Because we already have paper straws, for God's sake.
Well, one of the things is single-use plastics. With Sodexo, a lot of people are trying to push them to use reusable, silverware and stuff like that. And Suffolk just purchased the Ames building
Oh, that
And
building is so nice.
in downtown Boston. So as a hotel, they already have presumably dishwashers and stuff like that. So when they turn it into a res hall, we're hoping that we can just use not disposable, but reusable plates, because there's already a dishwasher system in that cafeteria. So that's something that we're going to be looking forward to as the building development continues.
Do you feel like that every single building would be that, or do you think it's going to be like select places? Like, for example, it could be in that hotel, or it could be on the what's the restaurant in the law building?
Sergeant Hall, whatever.
Whatever.
And 73 Cafe.
73 cap. Do you think it's going to be like few? If you're going to push, it's going to be all or nothing. You're going to do all at once.
Well, I think that the easiest thing is definitely Ames, because it's already got the resources for it. But I think getting single-use plastics out of the way is going to be more of a challenge in other buildings. But we'll see how it goes. I think we've got some really passionate people working on it on all levels, so we'll see what we can get done.
This is another side thought, because I got cleared from my concussion, and I am now like my brain's running like that. It's going crazy. But quick
Dopamine.
thing. Dopamine. But basically, so I went to York Zoo over the summer. This is a side thought. And I went there with my girl. And when we went there, we went to go get lunch. And the thing is, they said we're an eco-friendly place, so they don't give you straws or anything. Stop playing with the toy. Okay. So they don't give you straws.
Leave the room. Fucking.
Oh my god. No, Wally's. Alright. Get back to that. No.
Wally malfunction, everybody.
Okay. We need to focus. So basically what happened was they said they didn't use straws and they didn't use lids because they wanted to be more eco-friendly. So then I asked him, hey, can I get a small lemonade? The guy gives me a styrofoam cup and I'm like, so you give styrofoam out but you don't give straws? What's the logic behind that? Because isn't styrofoam worse than straws?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so that's a side thought of the day. And Lucas, you got anything to pitch in?
About straws?
About anything. You can hold this and squeak it if you want.
I don't. That thing is annoying.
Yeah, but it sticks his tongue. Look.
This man has recorded me 3 times already. I don't know what it's for. Probably one for each of his Suffolk Instagram accounts.
I have literally one. It's
I
my
have
name.
literally one. JD Conti 21.
Oh, speaking about
My
like
fucking
social
email
media,
is-
JD, who was the one person that helped you with your campaign and like really got you out there?
Lucas.
Can you what's his
Yes, sir.
which Lucas is it?
Lucas de Libero.
Is that the one in the room right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, Lucas, I gotta give you credit. You are one of the best marketers I know.
When
to
I
this day.
when I got
That's
back
my
from
major.
the SJ panel, when I got back from the SJ panel, this man created a geographic story and posted a weird ass picture of me standing in a weird ass position and said JD for senator. But you know what? It worked.
A shit ton of people followed him on Snapchat,
Yeah,
and a lot of people. The thing is, we were proud. We looked at the vote. You got 88 votes, and the last person to get elected was like 54 or something. You didn't just win by a little bit. You had a good padding between
Okay.
yourself.
People don't understand, right? The person that got elected got 92 votes. That's like 5 and almost 6%.
The first person?
Yes.
Yes.
But she hung up signs everywhere, right? You did not hang up one sign.
I hung them up.
You-
I hung them up in Miller. Every
What?
floor in Miller. Every floor in.
I thought you didn't
text
hang up
message.
signs.
Every floor in
I don't
Miller.
remember.
Every floor in Smith. Every floor in 10 West. A couple.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not sure about modern. I put a couple
Wow.
in Samia,
Remember that?
and that
video,
was
like-
I put one in Sawyer, and that's it. I think.
Did you use? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he still won. So other people that okay.
Yeah, you might want to stop talking there.
No, give him all props. Everyone, it was a great election. Everyone did their best, but I gotta give a shout out, Lucas. You kind of did.
JD for senator.
Oh, also, we gotta have a disclaimer. You are currently listening to Suffolk Free Radio podcast. The view and opinions expressed on Floor 9 are the views and opinions of the podcast personalities only and do not reflect those of Suffolk University, Suffolk Free Radio, or those at Suffolk Leadership and Involvement. Adult language may have been used or we will be using. So listener discretion is advised.
Should have put that at the beginning, but whatever.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that, but the disclaimer was on the floor, so...
Listener.
Yeah, okay, it's not
Wow.
it's not our fault. We didn't know we needed a disclaimer, but now we
I
do.
literally told you
Yeah.
before the show. There's a disclaimer.
Okay. I'm going to disclaim that I did not pay attention. I was drinking my water. I only drink H2O because it's all you need in life.
And Gatorade.
Mm-mm. No, sir.
My sugar. Oh, I only drink water.
Oh, boy. All right. Now we're in a segment because we got JD. We hit him with the pretty hard questions. We know we're
Yeah.
standing.
Let's get some fun stuff going.
Well, yeah, I'm about to talk. Well, fun stuff. I was going to go into what do you call it? Do you believe in like a whole regrets? And I was going to give you like a whole like inspirational speech.
Oh dear God.
Not inspirational speech. So,
No.
a story. All right. So what do you want to talk about that's fun then?
You talking to me, bro?
No, both of you. You said you want to go off topic. We were going to talk about the theory of regrets, but
Dude, whatever you got for me.
The
let's
theory
go.
of regrets.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm not a philosophy major.
well,
We
you
don't-
had to
I
take
don't
a
know
philosophy
for-
class.
I know. I'm taking my meaning of life class.
Think small, change the world.
Wait, what?
Shout out to my man's. What? No, I don't know. Whatever.
Alright, we're going to talk about this next time at Moonwalk.
Go ahead.
Moonwalk. So, with regrets in life, do you believe... Oh, I just got a message. By the way, shout out to the esports league and everything. It's going to be a good year and everything, and I'm really excited for it. But yeah, Suffolk esports. But besides the point, do you think regrets should be left in the past, used to motivate you, or suppressed?
Personally, I use regrets to motivate myself.
But how? How do you use your regret to motivate yourself? Like if you remember you doing something, pretend like you awkwardly did something. How do you use an awkward moment? Like sure you could try to prevent it, but how can you use that to like motivate yourself? And what motivation would that be used towards?
Well, personally, I say that regret. You know what? That was stupid. I never want to do that again. So I'm gonna go out and do the complete opposite and prove to myself that I'm not a complete idiot.
Lucas?
What? I don't know.
Lucas, what are you? What's with you? You're playing with the sound damper in the closet.
What's the question? What are you trying to ask me?
Regrets.
This is the moonwalk segment.
Regrets?
Well, on Moonwalk, we just talk about everything, stories,
Moonwalk.
everything. So talk like regrets and everything.
Bro, what the hell
That guy
is-
Why
Usain
is this
Bolt.
man running like a banshee?
Just to give you guys. Oh, he's going for the elevator now. Okay, no.
Really?
Wait. No, he's not going the
He's
elevator.
gonna
to the
slip.
left.
It's raining out.
Bro,
He's gonna break his neck.
No. Disclaimer: we hope he does
No.
not.
Disclaimer: it doesn't matter.
All right, but the question was, what do you use with your regrets? Like regrets, do you use it as motivation, suppress it, forget about it? Like, what's the point? And you just look down. Like, were you thinking about all the
It's a
regrets?
deep question. Damn.
Do you want to switch to a happy topic?
I don't care.
Then talk.
Your show, buddy. I'm just a co-host.
If you're a co-host, that means you're a show
I feel
too.
like if I regret something, I'll either touch down on it in the future or kind of just like use that as a lesson. I don't know.
See, right now I'm taking a philosophy class, and it's about immortality. And what made me think about this so much is, oh, he's back. He's running around. That's the guy's running around. It's pretty entertaining. I'm sorry for the sidetrack, but there's a guy just running left and right in front of the studio. But in my philosophy class, immortality, we're learning about regrets, and he came up with a good point, my teacher, saying how there's multiple ways you can look at it. You can use it motivation, or you can look at it, this point of view I kind of like, is I call it counting your blessings. He came with a different one. I don't have my notes for the class, but I call it counting your blessings, because if you didn't make that decision, then you wouldn't be where you are today. You wouldn't have all the blessings that like life gave you and all the amazing things coming your way in the future. That one decision maybe didn't define exactly who you are, but that one decision gave you more opportunities to strive like to be greater than you think. So that's why I think that don't regret what happened, because it happened for a reason. We got everyone's got a plan. Like, you got to stick with that plan, even though like it may seem bad at the moment. It will get better. And yeah, I kind of like that.
Zach, I think the philosophy department is hiring, bro.
Dude, I love Moonwalk. Moonwalk is my favorite part, because we can talk about, it can either be extremely happy, extremely real, extremely sad. We can talk about everything, because like we just look up philosophy, different philosophers, different great ones we have. Like last week we talked about Freud, and he's one of my personal favorite ones for the theories he had. And yeah. Wait a second. Trump has we're not gonna bring that up, but like, let's just say someone on the window just held up a meme to the window, and it was a good meme. All right, but besides the point, what do you guys think? Anything any questions you guys have? Anything you want to say?
I don't know. You guys got me here, so.
Like, you got JD. What's some things you want the people to know about?
I want people to know that we are really trying to increase transparency this year. We're trying to get people's opinions in more. As I said, Suffolk student government meetings are open to the student body, and we really do encourage people to come and reach out to us and voice their opinions and concerns and stuff like that. There's also currently a resolution going through the student government to make resolutions public before they are voted on. So I'm really hoping that gets through, make some more transparency. So, yeah, we're working on that, and we encourage people to reach out to us for literally anything. We are here to be your voices. We're here to help you out, and with literally anything, do not hesitate to reach out to anyone.
See, now I got a quick question for you guys. Well, for mainly JD. So pretend you had a bill. We'll call it Bill 1. If the bill got, if you vote, how long does it take to pass a bill? Or
Dude, I honestly couldn't tell you. I've been here for 32 weeks.
So they haven't told you anything how long it would take?
Well, we haven't had any bills, resolutions presented on the floor yet. People are still, all the ones that people are burning ideas are getting written out. So what happens is somebody writes a resolution and they send it to the Judicial Review Board, and then that board has to approve it and make sure it's constitutional. And then once it's approved there, it goes to the Senate floor for voting, I believe.
See, one thing I was wondering as a senator, this may be out of your hands or not, but how can you make Suffolk more of a community when you're focusing on the political point of view behind it? How can you pass a bill? What can you do to make Suffolk more not united but together, if you know what I mean?
Well, I know what you're talking about, Zach, and we don't have an actual campus like a lot of places do. That makes it hard.
Hey, we got the Boston Commons. You can play frisbee in there, go for a swim.
I know, bro. It's fun, but it's still difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
And we've got on Student Affairs Committee. That's basically our main priority this year is making Suffolk more of a community. We've got a lot of great events coming up, a lot of prizes to win, a lot of fun stuff coming up. So I would stay tuned. Always follow Suffolk SGA on Instagram. So that was. Thank you, Lucas.
Lucas is very active on his phone now. He's just looking up memes and just holding up memes at this point.
Oh yeah, that was a good meme.
That was a meme.
Lucas, can you is there anything you want to say about student government, yourself, anything you want to bring up that you feel like is pressing?
There's nothing really pressing, honestly. I don't really see a lot of the issues that people talk about on campus.
I got a question for you, though. So you said you work at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Give me something about Chipotle. Talk about Chipotle. I want to know, you told me some funny stories before.
Funny stories?
Well, what was the thing that's quesadilla and burrito?
Oh, yeah, so a quesarito, right?
Quesarito!
If you get a quesarito, you're a monster, okay? That is the worst thing you can ever get. So
it's not on the menu, but
quesarito.
No, it's not on the menu for a reason, but people still ask for it. Fatso, you want 600 calories? Okay, ready? So a tortilla alone is 300 calories, right? You're adding cheese to that, and you're putting it on a quesadilla press to melt it, right? But then, no, you're not done. What you do is you get a bowl and you mix all the rice, the beans, the chicken, whatever, in there, and then they wrap it with a tortilla, 2 tortillas in total, cheese, and it's easily 1,000 calories.
And a human consumes roughly 2,000. Is it 2,000?
That's
calories?
half your meal, bro.
For burrito.
Jesus.
And how much does that cost you to get
Monster. What?
What? Do you know how much that costs?
Oh, I have no idea. It's probably $20.
$20.
I want to go to. I'm going to Chipotle after this.
What are you gonna get at Chipotle?
Oh, my OG bowl: white rice and chicken. That's a white person thing. And then corn, cheese, lettuce, and guacamole.
I can respect that. What do you is the guac that good?
Yes, the guac is freshly made.
We're not gonna go deeply into the hidden behind the scenes because we
I'm
don't
not
want
going to incriminate Chipotle.
Yeah, we're not gonna go.
All I'm gonna say is don't get beans. You're gonna shit yourself.
We do recommend you to.
I mean, sorry, you're gonna.
No,
this is our buzzer.
Don't do it too close.
You're not gonna-
We have a little toy that makes a weird noise.
This is how one of
It's
my
a cat. It's
sounds.
like a cat pig.
What do you call a cat and a pig? Kig?
Sig.
Sig. Wait,
tongue
can we name that? Can we
We
name
do
that
need to
Sig?
name this.
Sig.
Sig. It's
Sig?
a cat and a pig. It's a Sig.
A cat and a pig, a sig?
Yeah.
S-I-G? What the hell?
Sig. So he's past the Sig.
Okay, I like that.
We
My
can't-
lord.
But no, we can't say that on air.
Why?
We're what do you call it? People
Lord.
that no, the people that
Lord.
speak Vietnamese. But yeah.
Shout out to Not.
Not
My
Lou.
boy, not Lou.
The best barbershop in town, by the
Oh
way.
my God.
Floor 9 Smith,
Oh my God.
907. You can get any haircut you want for $10 flat, and he will do an awful job, but it is worth your money. Or no, it's 917 the room.
Well, we know Senator JD won't be playing on the basketball team.
Yeah.
He just missed a wide open shot.
I did just miss a wide open shot in the trash.
Bro, that's disgusting.
What was that?
Freaking hairball. Nasty.
All right, but
Bro, there was a hairball on the bathroom floor. My bathroom.
okay, no.
You want to talk about that? No, nothing bad.
Okay, they
No,
do
no,
not
no, no.
clean these bathrooms, bro.
No,
It's really
no.
bad.
We could talk about something way worse. We could talk about. No, we're
No,
not gonna.
not the murder scene,
Not the murder scene.
Whoa.
Wait, no. All right, so we're gonna squid. So we got 30
you
minutes
can't-
down.
that's so
no.
bad.
So we got the 30 minutes down. So now we're gonna talk in our final part. I usually like to end it with a quick story that like a mentor, a professor, or someone important to me. So I used to work catering, and I used to work on a yacht as well. And
Ooh.
I know, pretty bougie. So on my last day working there was a DJ. And like usually we talk to the DJs because they're nice people and they're usually the same one. But this guy was a new guy. So I go up to him, I start talking to him, and he tells me how he's a motivational speaker and he coaches basketball across the U.S. And actually right now he's actually doing really well because he got like, he talked to the coach of the Celtics, 76ers, like a lot of people. And he's a great guy. I barely know him, but I love him to pieces. But he said, what?
What? I didn't
But-
say anything.
Lucas is telling a story.
I'm not telling a story.
But
oh, he is. Sorry.
Now, on my last day, I was telling him about how I'm going to college, and he said, "You gotta remember this one thing in college because you only get to go to college like you're there 4 years. Like you gotta take the best of it." So he comes up to me and he said, "This is a story his dad used to tell him or something like that, or a coach. I forget, but besides the point, he said this. So there was a father and a son." And the son would go to class every single day, and they would give a math problem, for example. He would get the right answer, but he would never raise his hand because he was afraid of like getting the answer right and everything. Okay, you made it. All right, good. JD just took a shot to get into the basket. Oh, nope, he missed. All right.
Oh,
Besides the
he
point.
missed the other snot,
So,
right?
For three.
besides the
Better than
point.
Ben Simmons.
Tell your story. Stop interrupting this man.
Besides the point, he was afraid to tell the teacher the answer, even though he knew he was right. So he told his dad one day. He came back home and he told his dad that he did not know how to. Did not know. He knew the answer, but he didn't want to tell the teacher because he was afraid of getting it wrong. So his dad took him out and he brought him to an old picket fence, a white picket fence that he had in the backyard, and he gave him a bucket of nails and a hammer. And he said, every time you know the answer, but you question yourself and you don't want to take that opportunity, you're going to put a nail in this fence. So fast forward, say 2 or 3 weeks, the fence was riddled with nails. It was full to the brim. And then one day he comes home and the kid built up courage and told the teacher what he got for an answer. And he told the teacher and he got it right and he was thrilled. So he came back to his dad with joy and everything, telling him, "Hey, I got it right. So dad looked him in the eye. He didn't smile. He didn't do anything. He looked him in the eye and he gave him the hammer. And he said, "Take out each nail you put in the fence." So so the kid went to the fence and he took each nail, spent him the whole afternoon. And when he was done, he said, "Now what?" He walked him out to the fence and he looked and he saw tiny little holes in where the nails were in the fence. And he said, "Each one of those holes is a missed opportunity you had. God gives you a certain amount of opportunities in life, so you need to take each one of them because you don't know what would happen. If you took the first one, you wouldn't have this. If you took the second one, you wouldn't have this. So you need to take every opportunity you want because what's the worst that could happen? You can get an answer wrong or you could become a genius or something." So that's our Floor 9 podcast. I just want to end on a quick story, a little motivational thing.
Carpe diem.
Carbon diem.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, I want to say thank you, JD, for coming out here. And thank you, Lucas. And I hope you guys have a good day.
Go Bruins.
Go Bruins. What a way to end it.